Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don, where I do non-pop country music reactions and reviews. Almost exclusively reactions. This song I happen to know, but I've never listened to it real closely. Tammy Wynette's Stand By Your Man. And it was requested by Eliyahs Romans, who made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Eliyahs, thank you for this gift and this request. I was surprised that I hadn't done this one too. With all the Tammy that I've done, but hadn't done this one. So thank you for this gift and request. I'm really looking forward to it because even though you think that you've heard songs before, you haven't really heard them until you sit, not only with headphones on, because your mind can wander even when you have headphones on, but when you're analyzing a song for the purpose of commenting on it, you're really locked into the narrative, the instrumentation, so many facets that go into a song. And some folks will say, Don, don't overthink it. It's rare that they'll say that, but sometimes they'll say that critically. And I'm like, look, one, that's what a reaction is, to analyze things. And there's a lot more that goes on in songs than people might realize. Certainly more than I realized until I started reacting to songs. So anyway, and traditional country has the richest storylines in all of music. So put that in there. And you've got a reaction. All right, guys, Stand By Your Man, the one and only Tammy Wynette.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times, and he'll have good times, doing things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll
That is true.
Forgive him. Even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, I'll be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just
gotta tell him too.
Stand by your man.
There's a lot in this.
Give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand
You do what you can do.
by your man. Stand by your man and show the
This
world
iconic
you
chorus.
love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man.
All right, so, and it's not just reactors, those of us, it's not just me reacting that benefits from the headphones. You guys watching reactions as well are attuned to deeper meanings in songs. That's partly why we watch them. We also watch reactions. I watch them as well just to see how other people react, if they laugh at moments, if they find things that are funny or deep or sad that I find deep, funny, or sad. But even just taking the time to listen to a song and parse a song. In this one, it was interesting that she said, forgive him. Like, you'll have bad times and he'll have good times. doing things that you don't understand. Now, that's true. We guys do have good times. We maybe love watching our football or basketball. I'm into college sports. I was season ticket. I'm a Rutgers guy. That doesn't necessarily stand for Eliyahs Romans, but it can stand for Romans today, Elias. But I'm a Rutgers guy, and I had season tickets for basketball, football, and wrestling. And now my girlfriend's from Kentucky, so she completely understands the sports thing, which I love. Southern women generally do, but I'm into it. But had she not been into it, it'd be like, why do you care? And I'd be having a good time watching it, going to the games maybe if she didn't want to go. But that's what I was thinking. But then the lyrics are some, things that you need to forgive him for. And it's like, oh, what are you referring to? Does he go out and drunk? Does he womanize? I mean, those kinds of things. Like, that's tough to forgive another human being for. Like, I don't want to compete within a relationship, for the affection. I give my affection to one person and I expect the same back. Generally you want to meet up with somebody who thinks like you do and get together with somebody like you do. So in the context of this song, what would she need to forgive him for? Maybe it's just a general statement that there's going to be things he does that either piss you off or hurt you, and he doesn't mean it. He's just a man though, so just forgive him. Now, easier said than done, because when things continue, maybe he lets himself get out of shape and he's just lazy drinking beer on the couch. When he comes home at night, he doesn't want to talk with you and hear how your day was. He just wants to turn the TV on and get fat and drink. That's really hard to take over time, and understandable why you might say, you know what, I didn't sign up for this life. I've been asking you for a year or two. Exercise, don't drink so much, and have good conversation with me. Or what have you. Fill in the pieces. We all have our own pieces that can be filled into a song like this. But I do like the encouragement for stamina, and it isn't always liking what you're doing. Sometimes you do it just because it's a good thing to do, and you got to fight your own feelings. Our biggest battles are within ourselves anyway. And the battlefield of life is in the mind. So you have to monitor your own thoughts, be aware of what you're thinking and feeling, and then sort of have a metacognitive control mechanism, if you can, that doesn't allow you to do things that you may regret later, like leave because you're short-tempered or impatient, or you've got a couple things about him that bug you. Because I guarantee you there's a couple things about you that bug him. It's human nature. We are dynamic. We have things sort of set up the way we like them in our own home, and then bring another person into it, or you go into somebody else's home, or you get a home together and you grow together, but there are challenges along the way. And, I say this a lot, put two people in the same room together and you're going to have conflict. It's what Hollywood is all about. Every Hollywood script basically starts with the premise of, well, it's a little different in a relationship, but in Hollywood, it's like take two people, the antagonist and protagonist, and put them in an elevator together and have the elevator break down, and then see how they work it out. Because conflict is what drives any script, any movie, anything in U.S. movies is conflict. Not necessarily French or European, but absolutely Hollywood and U.S. movies is conflict. But why is conflict so appealing to us? Why do we spend time watching our sitcoms and TV shows and movies and Broadway plays and read books? It's because we can relate to the conflict. We all have had it. We all have it. We're all going to have it. Life in this world is tough. But being in a relationship with someone, even when things are wonderful, there are going to be dry spells. There are going to be hard spells. But the way Tammy sang this song, God, I love unique. I just do. I can't stand cliche. After Stevie Wonder burst on the scene back in the 60s and 70s, there were so many copycats of what he was trying, of the way he sang. And it was annoying to me. I like Stevie, but the copycats that came after him bugged me. To me, Stevie was an original, and I like original. I don't like cliche, copycats, none of that. We can appreciate things that others do. We might even incorporate certain affectations, but not to the point of copying them. Tammy's unique, was unique, is unique. Loretta, same deal, where the way Tammy sings and sang just has a certain tenderness to it, really hers is a tenderness. Loretta's is a grit the vibe you pick, but Loretta had a roughness, in a sense, Fist City type thing. Tammy's is more of a loving, and not that she can't get in your face in her songs and all, so to speak, but Eliyahs, this is just a beautiful, beautiful choice. It's so simple. The lyricism, I don't know what the impetus and what it was inspired by, because there wasn't a lot of detail in it, but there was enough. And songwriters sometimes say things that are veiled to protect the people that they're with, because they're writing the song because they had a crappy experience with the person that they're married to and living with and still love. And yet a crappy event happened and they put it in a song because they happen to be a songwriter. And you're always looking for material. So this is one of those things where you might put veiled language in there and not be too on the nose, but still make the point, sort of speaking to the principle, but not the person. And this is absolutely an iconic song. So I've got to rate this song. And the number that popped into my head was a 9.8. And I think the reason why it wasn't a 10 is some of the, obviously this, 9.8 is an absurd song, like incredibly good song. But it might be about the forgiveness part that I didn't understand. Like, I know generically you're going to have to forgive him. But what was that referring to? I'm not quite sure. Where you'll have bad times, he'll have good times, and you're going to have to forgive him because you won't understand it. It's like, okay, I like that general principle, but I think that needed a little bit more in that, just so that it guided us in a little bit more. Maybe an adjective, one word might have given us a little flavoring as to what that was referring to. So you guys can clear that up if you want. But Eliyahs, thank you for this. I love doing Tammy songs. It's just pretty simple like that. So, all right, guys, that's going on the playlist of songs of 9 and above. Have a great day. I'll see you in another video and keep rocking the country.